Sack Life Beat Depression. It's day 845, and we're staying alive, coming at you live from Cocaine Park in Lakeview, Colorado. At least that's what the sign has been vandalized to currently say. So if you're looking for the location where we beat depression out here in Lakeview, Colorado, look for Cocaine Park. Its official name is O'Kane Park, but didn't take much imagination or ingenuity to change that now, did it? It is day 845 of progress and success. Thank you guys so much for sharing my martial arts journey with me, my mental health care journey with me, my self-care journey with me. Appreciate you guys and girls out there. Shout out to Shawnee Boy for being the first one in. Appreciate you, brother. And we start every single show with gratitude. Gratitude going out to Shawnee Boy for being here, for supporting the cause, for supporting us, and for everybody tuning in now, anyone who's tuning in later as well. I also want to shout out gratitude to Stuart Tomlinson at the Warrior Collective for publishing that book, An Elite Guide to Combat Striking. Check it out on Amazon. We're using that book now to inspire and pass along some of those tools into this class. So you're getting world-class training here for free through our show because this book exists. And if you want to take your training to the next level, definitely look for that book. Check it out on the Warrior Collective. It's available there. It's available on Amazon in e-reader, softcover, and hardcover. No one's paying me to say this. I'm just sharing with you free tools that have benefited me in my life and will continue to benefit me. So we're going to cover technique number 2 out of Mr. Greg Wootton, 2-time Muay-Thai world champion, out of his section from this book. So today we're going to go into that. It's going to be an advancing combo. We talked about guard changes the other day. We're going to be using multiple tools that we've practiced over the last 845 days together. So you should be well equipped for everybody out there who's been staying regular with the program. And if you're not, remember, you can pick up on those more beginner-friendly lessons on our IGTV page under the Daily Training Series at any time at your discretion. There's over 300 free classes there available for you. You can take them anonymously. So yeah, it's getting me. I'm going to just move on. Or you can take them on YouTube at Sack Life Daily. We try and upload as quickly as possible once we're done with every daily show. Feel free to tune in there at your own discretion. You can do it anonymously as well. One of the number one things that people ask me when I'm out here trying to raise awareness and empower others is whether or not they can do this without being public about it. There's still a lot of stigma out here, and the goal of Sack Life Official, the goal of this movement, is to help break that stigma, raise awareness, and empower others with tools that they can use to save their lives. And we can't do that if we keep them to ourselves and we stay private about it. So but I do understand, because of the stigma and because I've been there too. I was going through clinical depression on plenty of medication. I went to therapy, and mainstream therapy is private, and I understand that. Everybody has a right to their privacy, and you absolutely do too. So if you'd like to take these sessions privately, you can absolutely do that through the Sack Life Daily page. That's why it exists. Free virtual classes for everybody, even if you don't want to be public about that self-care. So check that out, Sack Life Daily on YouTube. Also, still part of my gratitude section, I want to shout out gratitude to Greg Wootton, 2-time Muay Thai world champ out there in California. If you're looking for some amazing world-class training, world championship level training, check him out. He's currently, I believe, at the Zenki Dojo, and I spent, even in a single session with him, in the course of like 5 minutes, there was such a universe of unknown knowledge to me that I'm still benefiting from it today. And we're talking about over 6 months later, I am still benefiting from 15 minutes spent training with the champ. So get out there. It's really, I can't understate how incredibly valuable and like, it's gold. It's gold out there that he's giving away. And we're giving away some free gold on this show too. Some world-class training here as well. This next technique's coming from him through that book. And that's going to be for you guys. It is going to be a bit technical, but let's stay focused. My gratitude section going out to Greg, going out to everybody supporting the cause, going out to Stuart Tomlinson for publishing that book. And it is the evolution of martial arts in combat sports. That's the full name there. I can't recommend it enough. I will continue to recommend it, and we're going to continue to use it probably for the next 10 years at a fair, like what's the right word? A shallow estimate. I think that's the wrong word, but you know what I'm talking about. We're probably going to use it for longer than that. It's going to be effective and beneficial for the rest of my life, so check that book out if you get a chance. That being said, that's my gratitude section, going out to those guys and to you guys and girls out there. Go ahead and think about your gratitude section. That'll help put you in that positive mindset. Second mental health tool we cover every single show, in case you're not sticking around for the martial arts section, is that progress tracking tool. It's been 845 days of consecutive progress and success for me. I would not have known that it would be possible to make progress and to show up and move forwards this many days if I didn't keep track of the days I was moving forward. So please do use that progress tracking tool. Keep track of every day that you show up and fight forwards and accomplish that daily goal in the face of anything that is trying to stop you, especially if you are dealing with mental illness such as depression or anxiety. Those things are dirty liars, and this is one way that we can show ourselves factual proof that those thoughts and feelings are temporary and that we are stronger than them and we are more capable of helping ourselves than anyone else is capable of helping us. Honestly, we have the information, we have the tools, we have the power to help ourselves. So use that number so you can see how much power and control you have over your life. And then if you are making progress out there, please share that number with others. It's a great way to inspire one another. Shout out to those in so far. Shawnee Boy, I see you. Lisa the Luminary, Slayer Ken, thank you guys so much for being here. Ken shared his days at 453, crushing it out there, crushing that progress train. Well done, keep it going. And let's get into the lesson. We're going to have our standard rounds, 3 rounds, 3 minutes each, 1 minute breaks in between to catch your breath and drink some water. We're going to get a little technical today. We've been doing a lot of shadow boxing, kind of free form. We're going to pull away from that and get back into the technical side of things. Like I said, we're going to work on technique number 2, covered by the world champ Wootton in that book from Stuart Tomlinson at the Warrior Collective. And this is an advancing technique. This is also going to be my rough interpretation of it, having read it a little while ago and then kind of modifying it a little bit. The cool thing about martial arts is you can always make it your own. You can always make those techniques your own, add your own flavor and style to them, and see what works for you. Maybe you're more naturally skilled or more naturally talented with certain tools, so you can adapt those into your routine, make it your own as well. But we're going to start slow. It's a long change of guard changing strikes that allow us to advance and continue to remain elusive, changing up that guard from orthodox to southpaw, back to orthodox, and then back to southpaw stance, making us very effective and very elusive when we are in a sparring situation. You can use this in shadow boxing, as with all techniques. We can use them all during shadow boxing sessions, which is our main form of training out here. But you can also use these techniques on the heavy bag or bob for technical training. When you're using advancing techniques on the bag, it's a good idea to either, one, you can take that step out and just turn them into switches, right? So instead of from here, let's say, to here, we can do this and then bang, small hop or small switch into those advancing techniques. Another way you can practice advancing techniques and guard changes with the heavy bag is to give yourself a good distance away from the bag and shadow box your way to that final hit. That's going to help you learn how to judge distance, judge range, and also practice these techniques that usually require a sparring partner. So from back here, step in, right, boom, step forwards into the cross, long guard, we're going to drive a knee, boom, into the belly, and then from here, foot goes straight down, we're back in orthodox stance, rolling over the top with an elbow strike. And that's going to be that full combo that's covered in section number 2, technique number 2 from the world champ. So if you pick this up, you can repeat this class a million times until you get it perfect, and you will have some skills, some top secret knowledge from the world champ out here, not directly, but indirectly, through him, trickling down through me to you guys. Just like we can all help each other with our self-care and our self-training routine, we can inspire others, benefit others, and there's that ripple effect and continue to improve our environment. Checking in on comments, Slayer Ken says almost holidays, got anything planned? I'll tell you more about that later. Mad with Hat says bong, 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 right back at you, brother. Thank you for being here. And Bro Loney, my boy, Mike the Executioner back on the East Coast, said he is COVID negative. Heck yeah, got over that stuff right quick. I'm going to say Sack Life helped out. That daily training routine probably boosted your immune system. I'm just going to assume it's true. It should be true, but I'm going to assume that it is. So, well done, sir, for fighting forwards. And keep going. Good to hear that you're doing better out there. So let's get into the stance. Let's get into the lesson. We're going to break it down slow. I covered it before just briefly, but it's going to involve multiple guard changes where we're switching from orthodox to southpaw stance. It's going to create an advancing combo for us to use to continue to put pressure on that opponent, and it's going to let us sharpen our skills and become more versatile and evasive during combat training, whether it's for competition, for self-defense, for physical fitness, for mental resiliency. Mental resiliency is our goal on this show, but you can absolutely have your own goals and enjoy those benefits as a side effect of sticking to your mental resiliency goal. So starting in orthodox Muay Thai position, it's going to start with a nice, hard, powerful jab, stepping forwards on that lead foot, landing the jab at the same time. From here, we're going to turn into southpaw stance. We're going to rotate through, boom, and toss that cross, rolling the cross over, corkscrewing it in there to get past the guard, stepping forwards into southpaw stance. We've got our second piece right there, the corkscrew advancing cross, and then from here, we're going to reach over, posting into long guard position, placing that hand on the shoulder of the opponent that we just struck with that corkscrew cross, and we're going to drive a long knee. We've practiced those before. Long knee, whoosh, boom, right into the belly, right? Driving that long knee, and we're going to stomp down hard. Boom, stomp down hard right back into orthodox stance once that knee connects. At this point, we've lowered their guard. We've made them open and susceptible to an attack right here because we've got our hand on it. We drove a knee into their chest. That's going to bring their guard down. They're going to try to defend the belly, leaving the head open, and that's why this is such an effective technique. We're going to roll again back into our opposite stance as we toss, boom, toss an elbow over the top, bang, into the side of the head. Now you can use overhand elbow, you can use a round elbow here, but the point is this is going to be open on your opponent. It's going to make for a great effective combo. Shout out to Aunt Kathy. Thank you for the family support. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Coming at you live from Cocaine Park in Lakewood, Colorado. O'Kane Park is the official name, but it's been vandalized to Cocaine Park, so thought it'd be perfect. That being said, that's our combo. We'll build it up nice and slow. We'll work that repetition. Remember, repetition is the key to memorization and to effectiveness. The more we practice, the more progress we can make. Practice makes progress. So keep making that progress. Keep counting those steps forwards, and let's get into it. No radio today. I've been unable to find an outlet to get that thing charged that's like publicly available for the last couple of days. So I'll work on it. We'll get those tunes back soon. But for now, enjoy the sounds of nature and the sounds of us working forwards together. Remember, breathe in the nose, out the mouth. Visualize that opponent and assign it the word of the thing you want to work on. If it's anxiety or depression, assign that dummy the name, anxiety dummy or depression dummy. Consciously acknowledging what we're doing every day can reinforce the truth that we are strong enough to knock those lies out of depression's face. Let's do it. Pop into Muay Thai stance. Give yourself some distance in front of you to cover this advancing technique. And we're going to start with the step into the jab. Stepping forwards, landing that jab right at the same time that that lead foot steps down and touches the ground. And then rotate back to Muay Thai stance. Stay in your balanced stance here. Shift that body weight forwards and backwards, right? Find your flow, find your cadence. Guard tight. Focus on form. Step into the jab. Push. Boom. Exhale hard on that jab. Keep the chin tucked for defense. Guard high on the opposite side. Turning that fist over. Landing on the knuckles. And twisting through the hips and shoulders to develop power. Back to stance. Square it up. And step in again. Powerful jab. Whoosh. Exhale hard there. And back to stance. Remember, turn that fist. Bang. Land on the large two knuckles. Visualize the opponent and making contact with the nose or the chin here. That's going to be an effective strike. Keep the guard tight. The shoulder rolled and chin tucked. This is a technical day today. Rotate back to squared stance. Squared hips and shoulders, and stay in your balanced stance here. Step in for the jab. Whoosh. Exhale hard and make it strong. Make it powerful. Get that forward momentum going, right? Whoosh. We're stepping in. We're landing the jab. We're stepping on the ground right at the same time. Shifting our whole body weight forwards and also building power through rotation. Remember, rotate, boom. Rotate the hips and shoulders as you step into it. Keep the guard high, chin tucked, and back to stance. Exhale through that strike. Whoosh. into the jab. And now we're going to start adding in that second move. That second move is going to be an advancing cross. So we're not just going to rotate into the cross. We're going to let that rear foot slide all the way forwards as we step forwards and corkscrew that punch in, turning it all the way over 180 degrees, getting past their guard and landing on those large two knuckles again. Give yourself some space to make this advancing technique. Get in your balanced stance. Step into the powerful one. Push to the chin or nose. From here, we're going to switch stance. We're doing a guard change here, right? Rotating through the hips. Boom. And shoulders. Staying balanced. Make sure that when you rotate from your first punch into your second punch, you're not leaning forwards, because that will throw you off balance. It'll ruin your pace and flow. So keep your torso upright, chin tucked and balanced, right? We're going to step into that powerful one. Boom, right there. We're going to rotate through, whoosh, rotating through the hips and shoulders, keeping the guard high, switching over to that opposite stance. Back to stance, give yourself that room, give yourself some space. Let's step in for the first two parts. Step for the jab, rotate for the cross, turning that fist all the way over and stepping into southpaw and bring it back. We're building up this combo with time. Keep the chin tucked, nice and balanced, everything nice and even. Step in for the one, rotate through, boom, turning in to the two. Torso stays upright, do not lean in, don't lose your balance, stay balanced the whole time. Keep those feet evenly spaced, whoosh, whoosh. There it is, that's two parts at the beginning of this combo. The more you practice it, the more powerful it can become. That's our first break. Take your break. We got 50 seconds. Catch your breath. Drink some water. Check in on you. Make sure you're doing all right. And we're going to start to build up towards the next part of this combo. The next piece that's coming in after that corkscrew punch is going to be a post. We're posting into long guard, reaching across the face. This is a good way to amplify and create space on that rear knee, and we're tossing a long knee from there. So from that posted long guard, whoosh, long knee, bang, and then we're going to step forwards onto that long knee, putting us back into orthodox position, prepping us for that final strike. 10 seconds until it's go time. Square up, make sure you're checking in on you and not pushing too hard. Always tune into you, make sure you're not dizzy, lightheaded, seeing spots, or nauseous. All those signs that you need to dial that intensity back so we can work smart and make it sustainable. Let's go. Back from the top, stepping in for the advancing jab right there. Nice and powerful, nice and planted, right? We're stepping in, whoosh, powerful jab from there. We're going to rotate through, whoosh, turning that fist over for the corkscrew punch there. Remember, keep the chin tucked, the hips curled, right? And the torso straight up and nice and balanced. There's our corkscrew punch. From here, we're going to reach across. Boom, reach across the face with the long guard from the opposite side. You can anchor the head here as well. Anchor the face. And we're going to drive a long knee in. Whoosh, long knee in. And normally we would bring it back, right? When we practice that long knee, normally we would bring it back. Whoosh, back to stance. But here, we're going to continue that guard change. We're going to continue putting pressure on our opponent. So step into the jab, rotate through for the corkscrew punch, and now it's going to be long guard. We're switching the hands to long guard, and we're going to drive that long knee in, whoosh, and then stomp down. Bring that foot straight down. We're back in orthodox stance. We close the gap. We hit him in the belly, and we're going to get ready for that final strike, which we'll cover in our final round. Bring it all the way back. Balanced stance. Give yourself room to make that advancement. And let's go through the combo and make it flow. Step into the one. Bang! Nice powerful jab to the nose or chin. Rotate into your opposite stance. Whoosh! Turning through and really generate that rotational power, right? Through the hips and shoulders. Exhaling through will contract those abs and add even more power to it. From here, long guard and toss that rear long knee. Whoosh! Boom, long knee, stepping forward, stepping down on that foot that just made contact. We're now back in our orthodox stance. We hit him in the belly. We got their guard down. This is such a cool combo. I can't wait to try this out in sparring practice. To everybody, you know who you are. All right, back to stance. Let's keep it going. Step into the jab. Rotate into southpaw for the corkscrew punch. Bang! Right there. Drive the long knee first, posting. With long guard, drive the long knee, whoosh, stomp it down, and we're back in orthodox stance. Close the gap. We're right on top of them. Bring it back, and let's reset. Start with the step. One, corkscrew in, long guard, knee strike, stomp forwards. And we're putting that pressure on, make it more fluid, keep it going. Step into the one, whoosh, corkscrew, whoosh, and then long guard, whoosh, boom, stomping forwards onto that lead foot, back to stance, open up that gap. Let's keep it going, make it silky smooth. Step in for the one, whoosh, corkscrew, whoosh, and then drive the long knee. As you switch to long guard here, post, whoosh, drive that long knee and step in, close in that gap. Open it up again, give yourself some space, and let's keep it going. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And that's the end of round 2. Catch your breath, drink some water. We'll finish up strong, completing that combo in the final round. And can't understate this enough, but this book is phenomenal. Check it out. Elite Guide to Level, a guide to elite level striking. The Evolution of Martial Arts and Combat Sports by Warrior Collective. So it's so valuable. It's priceless. Honestly, whatever it costs is worth it. Also, shout out to Weep. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your support. We're going to finish up this technique number 2. We're going to vary up the end with 2 different types of elbow strikes, 2 different elbow options to cap off that combo. And again, it's going to change us all the way back. We're bringing it all the way back to orthodox. We're going orthodox, southpaw, and back into orthodox at the end. So constantly guard changing, advancing pressure, super effective combos. Stay elusive. Right from the champ, all the way down through the chain to you guys and everybody. All right, let's pick it up where we left off, all the way back to the beginning of that combo. Going nice and slow, go at your pace. Step in for the one, that advancing jab. Rotate forwards, whoosh, into that corkscrew cross. From here, we're switching to post in long guard position and driving that long knee. Remember, swing the knee through the hips. Drive those hips forwards. Whoosh, boom. Driving that knee into center mass. And then dropping it straight down. Planting that foot is what props us and sets us up for this final part of the combo, which is going to be an elbow strike. So you notice, foot's coming down, boom. We're going to pivot on that rear foot and bang, finish it up with a nice, powerful elbow strike to the head. Now, out of that knee strike, right? Let's bring it back. Let's break it down. Step into the jab, rotate through for the corkscrew. Long guard here, drive that long knee. Whoosh, step it down, and from here, we're loaded. We're ready. We're going to rotate through. Whoosh, bang, across the face for a nice round elbow. Keeping the guard high here. Right, they're nice and open. They're open for that round elbow. It's very powerful. Bring that wrist very close to the chest, making the elbow nice and sharp, and deliver it. If you're accurate enough, deliver it to the temple. Bang, that's a knockout. Swipe across the forehead to slice it open and have them bleed into their eyes. Take their visibility out. Or just aim for large mass. Whatever you'd like. Back to stance. Square it up. Let's go. Step in for the jab. Bang. Rotate through for the corkscrew. Bang. Switch to post. Long guard here. Drive the long knee. Whoosh. Stomp it down hard and rotate into that elbow strike. Whoosh. Bang. Across the face. Now you can modify that elbow strike and turn it into an overhand. Bang. Coming over the top. Maybe they've got a quick guard. Maybe they're bringing that guard back. Maybe they're prepped. Maybe you've executed this combo a couple times and they're starting to get used to it. So instead of dropping that guard and being open, they're bringing the hands up real quick. If that's the case, modify the ending. Bang, with an overhand. Bang, works just as well. Come straight down that center line. Mix it up, stay elusive. Back to stance. Let's put it all together. Step into the one, corkscrew to the two, long guard and drive that long knee. Whoosh, drop it down and toss that elbow. Whoosh, over the top, down the center line, keeping the guard high. Exhaling through, open up that gap and let's keep it going. Step for the one, whoosh, rotate for the corkscrew. Whoosh, into southpaw, long guard and post, drive that long knee. Whoosh, stomp down, into the elbow strike. Exhaling hard, keeping the guard up, keep it going, make it flow. Whoosh, whoosh, long post, right? Post, whoosh, and whoosh. Bang, right there. That is the end of round 3, and I hope that you guys have found room to improve. I certainly have. It's going to take thousands and thousands and thousands of repetitions on that technique for me to become fluid and effective with it. So the more you practice, like we said before, the more progress you can make. One of the most amazing things, one of the most beautiful things about martial arts is that there's unlimited room for growth. Just like life, there is unlimited room for progress, and every single step forwards makes us more powerful and more capable. So keep moving forwards and count every step, because every step counts. Until next time, I will catch you guys same sack time, same sack channel, same sack life. Sack man out. Woo!